Welcome back, guys. Stone World here, back with picks once again for UFC 329. Guys, this UFC is an interesting one. We've got a returning Conor McGregor against Max Holloway. Guys, we're about to see if a man can come back from the pits of debauchery and really come back and show a man what's good. But guys, man, aren't you like so excited for this card to see like Connor back? Like as much as people love Connor and they love to hate Connor, like it's just like so fun to see him back in the sport. Like eventually, like there will be a time when everybody's in the sport now, they just won't be in it anymore, and it'll be a different thing. It'll be a different era, but like we're still in the era where we get to see Connor. So this, I'm just appreciative. I'm just appreciative, guys. But let's start off with the first fight here. Let's start off with Tracy Cortez versus Wang Chong or Wang Kong. Tracy, I think Tracy's last fight was what, like against Aaron Blanchfield or something. She got she got head and arm choked from like top position. It was very interesting, and then she rolled over. There's this woman I know who's really a big fan of MMA, and she says that she just can't take Tracy Cortez or her like vie for the title very seriously when she shows up to the ring with like fake eyelashes on and everything. I'm neither here nor there. I don't understand too much of the hype around Tracy Cortez, other than like all the drama shit and whatever. Like she's like locker room hopping or whatever, you know. Everybody's a free spirit, right? Um, I don't know. I think that her chances against Wang here is probably about as dead even as it gets. If anything, Wang has much more to prove than Tracy. Is much less of a household name, so she's going to come out here pretty strong. From what I've seen, Wang really likes this front kick into like 1-2 as the opponent comes back into range. Tracy's camp will definitely be studying that, so she'll probably have an answer for that. But at the same time, like a front kick and a 1-2 is like pretty basic, right? As long as you angle off, like it should, everything should hit target. Um, we'll see. Wang likes to go to that. I think that, like, to be honest, seeing like Tracy's like performances, I think that she will get hit by that, or she'll at least like block that like a few times, but she'll have to deal with that. On this one, I'm gonna go with Wang on this one. I think Wang's like just got a big right hand, and she's really just always trying to look for it, and I think that that's gonna give Tracy Cortez some issues. So we're gonna go with Wang here. Shout out. Guys, so the next fight on here is Gable Stevenson versus Elijah Ellison. Guys, Mr. Ellison is here to be fed to the wolves. Of course, we've got Gable Stevenson here, who's multiple-time NCAA champion, undefeated in dirty boxing and all these promotions, making the crossover to MMA. It's Gable Stevenson's debut. He's getting a great debut on the prelims of the McGregor Holloway card. Man, it's just like, I really think that if they play Gable Stevenson right and give him the right opponents, like he'll definitely climb his way and hold the title for some time. The only mistake they could make is putting him against top tiers too quickly. Some guys that'll beat him up, destroy his confidence, stuff like that. Other than that, I think he's going to be, he's going to be a force in this division, man. But we're going to see Elijah Ellison. He's a big guy, and he fights. But unfortunately, he's like, like Gable Stevenson is like minus 2,000. This is going to be, that's not without reason, right? Gable's very well proven. He's proven himself on the mats as a great grappler and off the mats as a great unconsensual grappler. So, we're going to see if Elijah Ellison can take something out of Gable's camp and find the loophole to the victory. So I'm going with Gable Stevenson on this one. I think that his wrestling is just going to put a lot of people on their back unless they're like truly like elite. Unless you're truly elite, like this guy's just going to be on top of you. Then it's like, guy's a good wrestler. He's going to fucking knows how to be a wet blanket on top of you, and you're going to be trying to get up from that while getting punched in the head. It's just no good. Like you're just going to get drowned. So shout out to Gable Stevenson. I think he's going to come out here and get a W and be undefeated in his first recorded fight. Okay, guys. We got Robert Whitaker versus Nikita Krylov. Guys, Robert Whitaker is now, I believe this is his third weight class change. He's now a light heavyweight at 205. Shout out. I would not be trying to make 185, at this point, if I was Robert Whitaker, because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fucking outstrike and go all those rounds with Strickland or even Duplessis. Even though Duplessis will probably take more strikes than Strickland, he's gonna give back many more. And then Hamzat, even if Hamzat just comes back with that Strickland rematch, and then if he wins, gets out of the division. If he loses, probably get out of the division all the same. I don't think Robert is in this place where he wants to really go up against those guys for too many fights. If he thinks that he can go for the 205 belt, then I think he should just go to the 205 belt now. But it's hard to move back down, so he's locked in at light heavy, and hopefully we'll see what kind of performance that he does have. He's going against Nikita Krylov. Obviously, Nikita Krylov is really known for his lower body attacks. Which is it's good at robbing the athleticism of people, and then you're going up against Whitaker, who's already got a bit of an athleticism deficiency just based off his age and damage and just time overall in the sport. He's now past the experience and vitality, crossing point, equalization point on the graph. So and that doesn't mean that you still can't win. It's not always the best guy or the most skilled guy that wins on any day, right? There's a reason why he's in 205 now and trying to push forward for a ranking at least, right? Nikita's, Robert says he's short, and I know that in the context of sport, 6 foot is pretty fucking small. But he's not a small guy. Nikita's a tall guy, and he's probably gonna get to his leg attacks pretty quickly. Let's see if Robert Whitaker can put together a good game plan, because really, that's going to be his strongest thing. His strongest tool here is his mind, really his grit and his mind. But the thing is that his grit is now below his mind as a weapon. So we're going to see if just intelligent game planning can get him to a victory here. I'm going to put up... Guys, this one's fucking hard for me, man. I want to believe in Robert Whitaker, but I also want to look at the stat breakdown and the tail of the tape for both these guys, and Nikita's gonna come in. I'm gonna believe in the fucking one of our Aussie goats, and I'm gonna go for Robert Whitaker. What is he gonna win here? Oh, God, I hope he finishes him, because if it's gonna go all the way, let's see if he can outpoint Nikita, kicking his legs out from under him. All right, guys. Okay, guys, King Green versus Terrence McKinney. Guys, King Green / Bobby Green / I don't know, all types of fucking names. Meta World Peace, whatever the hell else he's gonna call himself tomorrow, I know that Terrence McKinney is the favorite coming into this fight, but Bobby Green's kind of proven that you can't really say shit to dock his abilities or his skill. He comes out here and he puts on a motherfucking performance every goddamn time. Sometimes he'll do something that is really viable against one guy and just kind of puts him right into the fucking pitfall with another guy. So it really is just totally basically with King Green. I have a hard time predicting the outcomes of his fights unless his opponents are very specialist. Or are coming off a very specific run, depending on how that run's went. I'm gonna go with King Green over Terrence McKinney just because he's solid. Guys, Brandon Royval versus Loner Kavanaugh. The question is, so Brandon Royval, everybody's been talking about how his last 3-4 performances have been not the greatest, but if he can give his regular performance that he's given, I think that Loner Kavanaugh's going to have a lot of issues here. Loner, of course, is coming in as the overwhelming favorite here. People expect Brandon Royval's string of performances to continue as they have, and that's very reasonable. For me personally, I'm going to go with Loner Kavanaugh here. I just feel that he's going to be able to put a good pace and steal off on Brandon. I feel like Brandon's last couple of fights have actually provided, unfortunately, really good tape for his opponents on where they're going to continue to pressure him at this point. So I think that Loner come from strong camp, good English bloke. These England, these places where champions don't usually come from. I know I'm putting England in that category. I know English people are gonna be like, yeah, we got some solid blokes. But yeah, I think they just want this, and they're going to be investing a lot of resources in their guy. So I think that Loner's going to get this. Also, Loner can't tell me he's not a fighter because like kids weren't like, you're a Loner. Guys, Corey Sandhagen versus Mario Bautista. Guys, Mario versus Corey Sandhagen. I really think that like Mario is putting like a pace diff on Corey Sandhagen. Like there's definitely a big pace difference here. Corey, you know, he's very like he's very well spoken. He's very eloquent. He obviously is a student of the game. Gives off. He's one of my favorite fighters because he gives up a lot of game. He's really about like teaching the next generation. Shout out to him because he's going to have a lot more influence than a lot of the people on this card. This is a big card with some big names, and he's still going to be one of the most influential guys on this card. So shout out to Corey Sandhagen. Corey's hard because he'll talk a very intelligent game, and then when the fight comes, he isn't able to really implement maybe too many of the things that he talks about. Like he'll still be solid, and I think he is like a relatively like cautious fighter, and he does try and stick to his game plans a lot. But sometimes he talks a lot, but only uses like very few things. So it's hard to tell. I think Bautista is going to put a pace difference on him. If Corey Sandhagen can utilize the knowledge that he understands, he should be able to negate Mario, and then Mario's going to fade off. But I also think, I believe Mario's bigger than him, right? And he's more of a pace guy. So if Cody gets overwhelmed, it's going to be fucking rough for him. But, sorry, Corey. I think Corey is going to be able to put together a good fight here. He obviously has shown that he understands tape and whatnot. He's obviously shown that he is like he can stick to the game plan. Though I just literally said that sometimes he doesn't go to all of his stuff. You have to evolve with the fight, and I think that Corey has shown that you know his brain is present in this fight. Whereas sometimes with Mario Bautista, well, he is smart and he knows how to change his vectors in terms of his striking when he needs to. Corey shows much more of like a presence of mind in the octagon, so I'm gonna go with Corey Sandhagen here. He's so close. He's gonna keep staying in this title picture and floating around this title picture, and I think that there's no way he's gonna let Mario Bautista step on this for him because I know he tastes the title really close by. So we're gonna go with Corey Sandhagen here. This one's going to be very interesting for me. I'm going to be watching this one very closely. I'm not sure if it's my predetermined fight of the night yet, but I'm going to be watching it closely. Guys, this next one has a high potential to be fight of the night because these guys are kind of just going to bang on each other. They're not really known for like great defense mutually. Benoit Saint Denis versus Paddy the Body Pimblett. Paddy returning after his loss to current champion Justin Gaethje. Guys, let's take a moment to just sit in it and realize that we're in the universe where Ilya Taporia put a fucking rose in front of Gaethje's goddamn portrait saying it was already over in the most Iberian fucking way possible, just to walk out on the White House lawn and get absolutely starched beyond imagination. So shout out Ilya and praise Justin Gaethje, right? Like, shout out to Gaethje. Like I was talking last time, Justin Gaethje broke my mind because I thought he was like, well, he is like, currently he's the best in the division, right? I just thought he was one of those guys where the title, it just isn't on him because there is somebody who the UFC in their mind, whoever has the belt right now, is just like they're booking around him, and Justin Gaethje is kind of like in the foreground, right? Like he's visible, but he's in the background. He's visible, but he's in the background. When he lost to Max Holloway, I know everybody's talking about that spinning back kick at the end of the first round. Yeah. Like, I don't know. That just broke my mind. I never saw Justin Gaethje losing to Max Holloway. I just never saw it in my brain. I didn't know it was a possible thing that could happen. And so it put like the first seed of doubt in Justin Gaethje for me in my mind. And to see him come back and fucking Paddy, I knew he was going to put down Paddy. Even though I thought Paddy's youth was he was gonna be able to continue with him. Of course, like Paddy doesn't frame mog Justin Gaethje, but he is bigger than Justin Gaethje, and I thought that was gonna lend to him. I honestly thought Paddy was gonna be able to grapple, but you know, like Paddy said, Gaethje's strong as fuck. Couldn't pull on him at all. Couldn't do shit. So shout out to Gaethje, man. I knew that like with Patty and everything, he was young, he was frame mocking him and everything, but at the same time, you know, there's Gaethje's experience and who he's fought. Justin Gaethje was never gonna get blown out by Paddy Pimblett. It was more like Paddy Pimblett was just gonna he was coming in slightly above Justin Gaethje's condition. But no, Justin Gaethje knocked him down. Justin Gaethje knocked down Ilia Topuria, and now we're dealing with Paddy Pimblett versus Benoit Saint Denis. Probably for who's gonna fight Ilya next to return back to the title. Yeah, we have no idea. I think if Connor manages to put down Max Holloway, he'll probably face Justin Gaethje next, which would be fucking crazy. Like that would be that would be a huge fucking fight, right? But anyways, back on the topic of Benoit Saint Denis and Paddy Pimblett, guys. Benoit's always fun to watch. He goes out there, he has no fear of throwing in the pocket or really just overextending to like really get inside and just like really create angles, try and basically steal off on the momentum of his opponents. Like that is really what he does. He likes to steal, he likes to interrupt. But with that comes a lack of defense, and it's just impossible to move defensively sound when you're constantly doing this, and this is your strategy to constantly push this vector. But also, Paddy isn't really the greatest at defense either. The difference is that Paddy fucking frame mogs Benoit, and Paddy does like to throw high kicks. He does um, like finish his combos with kicks, and that could be really bad for Benoit. If Benoit wants to step in and interrupt and try and throw something, and Paddy's already thrown his first punch, and then he throws his second. Like if he goes like if they step, they go. Paddy throws a one. Benoit is like, I already know you're gonna throw a one. He takes his head off the line and steps in to go for his like jab hook, and Paddy was already going for a cross. Like there's a chance that it could hit like Paddy's chest, right? And then Paddy he's throwing this. By the time Benoit's coming for his fast hook, he's kind of already exited the range and he can already get his leg up, and he's gonna throw that 1-2 kick, and that could catch Benoit and fucking put him out quick. And I think that we're gonna see that exact fucking exchange in this fight, and I want to see how Benoit is gonna react to that. I think the biggest thing is both these guys are not the most defensively sound guys, but Paddy's gonna come in with a bigger frame, and Paddy loves to fucking end his combos with kicks. The grappling, we'll see. I mean, Paddy will probably be a lot more confident to grapple Benoit. Benoit's gonna have to keep on top of Paddy. I don't think it does him any good to stay in the mid range. I just think he'll get outpointed by Paddy. I think better than playing in the mid range would be trying to fucking grapple this motherfucker. But I do think that Paddy's gonna win this one, and I think it's gonna be with like I think it's gonna be with some sort of step back as Benoit's coming in, some sort of step back hook, fucking something like that, or it's gonna be like they're both throwing in the pocket. And Paddy's gonna get that, like he's gonna throw something, and off that he's gonna angle off for his kick, and that kick where it comes, like Benoit better just hope he's not in the middle of something else already. He better hope that he's not negative. He's in the middle of his fucking attack frames, and he's gonna get hurt. Because if he gets hit by one of those fucking kicks, bro, like it's gonna be hard to recover. So we're going with Paddy Pimblett here over Benoit Saint Denis. I just think that Paddy is just going to get to a devastating attack first. But wouldn't it be crazy if Benoit just fucking popped him and put him down with like a fucking spearing jab? We're going with Paddy Pimblett, guys. Okay, so for the next match, it's the main event. Conor McGREGOR versus Max Holloway. Their second encounter. Guys, Conor's been taking so much time off. We've all seen Conor. He's been doing everything except fucking hopping on the mats. Doing everything except his own fucking wife, brother. But like, this is the test. We're gonna see if you can go off the deep end and come back and participate at the highest levels of this sport, right? Conor McGregor is, he's no Cuban experiment, okay? He's not Yoel Romero. His game was always a fast game. He was always a sprinter. Never really a big endurance guy, so he's gonna go out there and hopefully put the pace on Max, put Max down. I'm going Max Holloway on this one. I think that Max doesn't have like any ring rust. He's used to this. He fucking just came off fighting fucking Ilya and Gaethje. Like, what great tune-ups could you have for a guy like fucking Conor McGregor is Ilya and Gaethje? Won against fucking Gaethje, lost against Ilya. Who cares? Just the fact that you had that pressure and that pace, that's in your memory. Your body still remembers that. And now you gotta come and fight Conor McGregor, who's been fucking doing speed and fucking throwing away hundreds of thousands of dollars, fucking gambling and fucking giving people crazy bonuses at BKFC. Shout out to Conor McGregor for that, though. I do appreciate how liberal he is with the bonuses for the BKFC guys. I don't know anybody who's really going with Conor over this. I really think that the hype mans and the hype universe wants Conor to win, because then we can get Conor v Gaethje, and that can be a fucking amazingly big thing. But like, I'm pretty sure Max is coming in bigger than Conor. Like, he's gonna have like a bigger frame. He's intelligent with the angle of his punches. He will go all 5 rounds. Man, this is going to be a hard one for Conor, but if he comes back and if he fucking does this, then I think this actually elevates his status. Like, there's some fights that don't really elevate your status. Like, this elevates his fucking status, especially with the fucking the recent opponents Max Holloway's had, everything, how much he's been in the media. Like, this is like, he's gonna be big boy again, and he's gonna fucking be making, who even cares, right? Like, he makes so much money, but it's like, he is primed for another shot at this title, and then he can come back and be like, yeah, I did all that fuck shit, I still came back, still won the title, and I left. Like, unfortunately, for all of you motherfuckers that want to be great, I'm great, and you're not, you know? So, very interesting stuff, guys. Conor McGregor versus Max Holloway. I feel like we're gonna know instantly. I feel like by the end of the first round, we're gonna know exactly how this fight's gonna go. It might be over before the end of the first round. We don't know, but I think we'll know very quickly into the first round how this one's gonna go. That's why it can't really be my fight of the night, because everybody's betting against Conor, and we're more like watching for like how the first round is gonna look, because everybody knows Conor's a sprinter, and we know that if it gets out of the second, it's just gonna get worse and worse for him. But man, who knows, man? He could come back and just hit some shit. Everybody's like, he's back in his karate stance. But I'm like, maybe the karate stance, maybe he needs an evolution. And not to just give up on it, but maybe he needs to work on something else rather than go back to trying to be an old him that he isn't anymore. Like, he's thicker than he was before, you know. His body has changed since then, you know. I'm sure his VO2 max isn't, you know, peaking like it was before. I'm sure it hasn't improved since his last performance. It's probably declined based on other bodily factors. I haven't read his data. He's not publishing it. But off of what we have of the current tail of the tape, Max Holloway is going to come in here. He's going to be fresher. He's going to be younger. He's going to be bigger. He has no ring rust. He's come off the backs of arguably his hardest fights in his whole career. We'll see, but I'm going with Max Holloway here. Guys, this one is going to be a fun night of fights. I didn't watch the last fight night, but I'm glad and happy that everybody gets to get into this next card and have some fun here. This is going to be a fun one for Max. It's going to be a night to fucking put a stamp on it for Patty. I already know my friend's going to be complaining about fucking Tracy Cortez's fake eyelashes, because you know he's fucking showing up with that. What is going to be my fight of the night on this card? Honestly, like I said, it might be Corey Sandhagen versus Bautista, but the Nikita Krylov versus Robert Whittaker has a good potential to be that. It could really just be a fucking nice war on the fucking prelims, man. It could just be an amazing war. But think about this. We got Jordan Burroughs and Robert Whittaker on the fucking prelims, man. It should be good. Early prelims, we got, like, main event of the early prelims, fucking Tracy Cortez versus another fucking Chinese experiment. Like, hop in, guys. It's a relatively stacked card from the beginning to the end. It's a full night of fucking fights, man. We didn't even talk about fucking Cody Garbrandt versus fucking Adrian Yanez. I'm just never gonna vote against Cody Garbrandt. For some reason, I just, like, I think I've, like, predicted, like, one of his fights, and I went for him. I'm always gonna go for Cody Garbrandt. Something about him, I just think he's a fucking dog. I just think he knows how to fight. Adrian Yanez is well put together. I just think that Cody Garbrandt's just the better fighter. So we're gonna see how that one goes. I don't know if I want the MMA math to make sense more. or if I want the absolute hype outcome. I don't know if I like want to be like, oh yeah, it makes sense that Max, is gonna win, and he goes out and wins, or if I just want like the pure like belief and fervor and hype of like fucking Connor just coming out, starching him, and just like fucking going back and just being a massive fucking thing again. Like if Max wins, it's not gonna be like a massive hype moment. It'll be like hype because like, oh, he beat Connor, but it'll be like not as big as if Connor beats him. And I don't know what's better for the sport, if I'm right and MMA math sort of makes sense, or if we just want big hype moments. In my heart of hearts, I think I want Connor to come out here and just like produce something that is just very dramatic for us. Um, but I think that Max is gonna come out here and put on a bit of a fucking show. I think Max might fucking point at the center. I think there might be some fucking trolling going on, bro. I think potentially Connor could get fucking trolled by Max Holloway. And then if he does, he'll just like Connor will be coping on Twitter for a few weeks and then it'll move on. But if he wins, then it'll be fucking big PR tours. Dana White will be on here like told you guys. Like, we don't know, but something big's coming. He'll be making that fucking. He'll be not promising anything, but saying something big is coming, because he doesn't know, right? Like, get Hunter on that. Get Hunter on the panels now, and he can actually be like, yeah, we're working towards this. Well, but regardless, guys, at this point, I'm just fucking rambling. UFC 329, the picks are in the bag. Guys, select your picks if you're in any sort of dream leagues, or if you're a betting man and you want to have your fucking 27-foot fucking parlay, 27-leg parlay. Go in there. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by any sports betting, so I don't endorse any sports betting platform. But I know that you dirty dogs are out there looking for that next vacation to hit on your crazy fucking parlays. So all luck to you. I hope that shit hits, and let's enjoy the fights, guys. Crack a brew for me.